This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey everybody, look, we starting this week's show off a little different. Now the episode you're about to hear was previously recorded on March 4th, 2023. Now in this episode we referenced Jonathan Majors and praised his portrayal of masculinity. Now look, this was recorded weeks before the allegations against him were brought forward. So we want to make it clear that in no way we do not condone domestic violence or abuse. Now we still feel like the points we made about masculinity in this previously recorded episode are still valid. Things like showing your emotions or saying I love you or just hugging your brothers are still important. And we hope you can receive the message as you tune in. Thank you.
Lil Rel! We can discuss, give me your truth, it never fails.
What up, y'all? Welcome to Keepin' It Real with
Young Wayne.
That's right. We have another amazing episode. We're back. You know what's interesting? Because I don't know what order this gonna be in, but
Right.
you got your beard back.
It's in there. It's close. It ain't like I thought it would grow. You said it'd grow fuller. You lied to me.
No, I didn't say yours would. I said mine's growing fully. I'm walking the stash because where I'm shooting now.
What, you a police officer or something?
No, I'm an EMT worker. This movie, Rainn Wilson movie, play these EMTs. It's really funny and it's like a really action comedy.
You definitely look like a Chicago police officer from the 90s right now. Like a Carl Winslow.
Oh, Carl Winslow. I was just
you
thinking
definitely
that.
like Real
Man, you
Winslow.
don't shut the fuck up with that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't look like no fucking Carl Winslow. You
He
like
said you
Carl
look like
Winslow.
a snitch.
I know. The cop, he like
First
a police
of all,
officer.
I picked this mustache. The reason why, first of all, it makes me look younger. Also, this is my old Eddie Murphy.
Huh?
Because Eddie used to rock all those stashes in those movies. Just a stash. You watch Beverly Hills Cop, you watch 48 Hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I was doing. So, fuck all y'all.
It's nothing wrong, bro. You doing your thing. We're proud of you, but
Carl Winslow ain't no compliment, nigga.
Chicago police
What
officer.
nigga in the world, if you think about it, if you made a single profile, and you be like, they be like, so what you look like? You know, people say look like Carl Winslow. Ain't no woman be like, wish I had me a Carl Winslow.
He on right now. I saw a commercial, TV Dad. That could be you like in 40 years. TV Dad.
Man, for me, I have so much respect for what I was about to say is gonna be fucked up, so I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
But anyway, we back again, and you know something, man? I went to see Creed 3, which I truly have enjoyed. It was so good. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, directorial debut, Jonathan Majors, Tessa Thompson. They were great. Now, before the movie came out, there's been all this controversy with. First, it started with Jonathan Majors. It's so weird because the first picture that came out with him in his shorts, women were going crazy.
I didn't see that. I didn't see no
he did
shorts.
an ebony photo shoot. Okay, he had his shorts on. Here the aunties was losing it. Then
Aunties.
the next picture was him with a fur coat on, and he had on like these I don't know, like thigh boots or whatever, or jean boots. I guess it's some jeans that was boots too.
You seen this, April?
Yeah, I saw it.
And then it caused an uproar, right? Because that's what's been happening lately, too, because I've had to unfollow people recently because of the crazy shit they saying.
Really?
Like, it's almost weird, because we already see our country kind of going backwards a little bit with things. And, like, when I see black people participating in that, it pisses me off, especially black men. And, you know, they got mad at that. And then, the week after that, another shoot they did, and just like I get like literally Jonathan Majors just give like Michael B. Jordan like a hug, or like he's just, you know, it don't even. The problem is, right? See, this is what I don't understand. First of all, how much more masculine you want these two niggas to be? Like everything they play in is like the most masculine roles you can think of.
Okay.
Boxers, fucking army dude. He was fucking Killmonger and Lovecraft Country and fighter pilots, all types of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and the weird part is, you know, because everybody loved to say this about all of us in Hollywood. Like, they can't, oh, there we go, right there. Look at that.
What's this?
You ain't see this?
No, what? No, I never
Do you have a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with it. I just don't know what's going on. What's that? You got on the...
Well, this is actually like I guess the guy who did the shoot, the fashion guy, it's really just a fashion thing. It ain't even about nothing. It ain't about sexuality, ain't about anything. It's literally just a fashion choice.
It was like an anime character.
An anime character. He's an anime fan.
Okay.
And so, like, but people was in the uproar, oh my God, they demasculating black men, they keep doing it, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I think I did see it. And they compared it to He had the roses or something too. Another picture with roses
Yeah,
around.
who cares? Like, my thing is this.
Flowers or
This is
something.
the problem I have with this. Like, you know, first of all, people love that to say we're being demasculated, whatever, right?
Right.
If, you know, if a nigga wear a wig, if a nigga do, they trying to, like, first of all, this brother made this choice. They didn't make him do this.
Yeah, they probably feel like they made him do it.
But that's what people keep, everybody that's outside of Hollywood always think they doing stuff to you. They'd ask you, they said you supposed to, no, fam, I made a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, you know what's interesting? Because it's a battle going on, right? You got people who wanted to be in Hollywood, right? But they wasn't good enough. So what they do is they talk shit and be like, see, that's why I ain't in Hollywood, because I ain't doing no shit like that.
Yeah, so
nigga, you wasn't good.
Like they made the choice not to be in Hollywood. Yeah, people do say that a lot.
No, they do that a lot. And I've been saying that a lot lately. See, that's why I'm not where he is. I'm not where he is because I ain't doing that. Fam, he had the #1 TV show, #1 movies, and he decided to be free. You couldn't even get booked none of them shits. So to say that's how this man got this, it's insane to me.
So you seen somebody say that?
Dude, Instagram was in fucking flux about it.
Wow.
I told y'all to unfollow people.
Yeah.
It's comedians now I ain't gonna ever fuck with again because they're so ignorant. And what they keep doing is they're pointing the finger like, these dudes are doing all this extra shit. Fam, I have to explain to people all the time. I literally got everything from hard work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like literally.
What do they think that you did? Because otherwise, I mean, I don't even...
Oh, nigga. You remember when I did, I used to do my hood rat character. I did that for All Def Digital. I literally did I did that. I remember a comic, and I won't say his name because we cool now. You know, we had a conversation about it. But he was like, that's how... Like, fam, no, it ain't. You know how much other shit I had to do after that sketch?
Oh, you're talking about that sketch, okay.
The one I did with the prom.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Yeah.
And it wasn't you know what I mean? And I'm doing that because I'm based on like Eddie Murphy plays different characters, Martin did, those
So they
are my
think
heroes.
that was your entrance into Hollywood when you did that one
They
sketch?
thought, that's how he got on. I'm like, nigga, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know who all saw it.
Yeah, I don't think it was seen like that for you to get on.
It did good, but it wasn't you know what I mean? It's so it's just weird. And then with this where it gets even weirder, right? This is one thing. But then the picture with Michael B. Jordan and him showing affection for each other was like, because you know what they're doing with this? They're sexualizing it.
Yeah.
They're sexualizing it for no reason.
What do you think?
Does that look sexual to you? But they think two niggas hold each other is gay.
What do you think the purpose of the picture was? Just
he's showing his brother some love.
Yeah.
And then once you see Creed and you understand how, because let me tell you this. I had this conversation, you know, I think I've talked about this before on here and just in person, but when my friend Joe lost his daughter, you know, he was toughing it out.
Right.
And I called him like, dude, you don't have to be tough about this. You lost your baby girl. Mm-hmm. Everything about black men comes with toughness. Right. But the problem is, it's dangerous for us to be tough too. I think this is brilliant that we're starting to do this. Mm-hmm. Because they love seeing these two dudes fighting Creed, right? Mm-hmm. Two big black strong guys, they strong. But then that's the fear that goes along when when you run into the police, when you run into people, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, exactly. Showing a different side of you. Now people can see that different side of you instead of guessing they gotta stay away from him. Look at that brother. Look at that black brother.
Look how big he is. We gotta. He's threatening because he's so big.
Yeah.
These brothers are showing each other affection.
Yeah.
Affection. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. People not connected will say that they are pushing the narrative. You know this.
Well, everything doesn't make you. You know what make you a homosexual? If you like a man, or if you like that's it. Mm-hmm. Hugging somebody, it's just weird, man. I'm just tired of us over sexualizing every fucking thing, everything. Because what's scary about this? These are two straight guys doing this. It makes you think about how in danger just gay people are. Right. They mad at these two straight dudes. So can you think about that? The energy it is. When they it's so fucking scary to be out here and be who you are. Yeah. Because motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy motherfuckers. Look at this shit.
Yeah, they were going.
I think that looks beautiful.
Would you do a picture like that though? And I seen you giving Kahlua a hug recently.
Gerard a hug. It's pictures with like us just affectionately being around each other. Yes. Why not? That's my brother. I'm surprised. I think I have pictures. Shit, I don't know. Even just saying we love each other
Yeah, people
is
don't,
difficult.
People don't. Yeah, if somebody say they love you. Do you say you love them back?
D-Ray texts me all the time. Love you. He said a lot too. But then it's like, hey man, if he genuinely mean that, I can't get mad at that.
Right.
Is that something you do, Wayne? Do you tell your friends?
Nah, I really don't. Probably should. I don't do it.
You tell any males?
Do you tell anybody you love them?
My dad. I told him today it's his birthday. Shout out my dad. Young
You tell
Wayne.
you love him?
Young Wayne 000. Yeah, I told him I love him. Yeah. Yeah.
If I could be honest, I don't know if me and my dad has ever told each other we love each other.
And I think now I think about it, his wife actually said "love you," and then I said it back. So I actually didn't say it to my dad. That's kind of messed up. I'm gonna call him after this. Tell him I love him, man.
Well,
Turn 63.
It's interesting. What goes along with this is, and this is why I hope this helps change the narrative. I think about if I see somebody I don't know like that, right? Especially growing up in Chicago, and you stare at this nigga. You don't acknowledge him as like I'm greeting him. You like, what's up, fam? It's like more or less like, what's good? You good, bro? Like if somebody look at you too long.
Yeah.
The only time I got comfortable doing a head nod was when I was in other places.
Really?
And I felt like we was the only black people there. Like if you said, well, like it's only a few black people there, like what up, fam? Like we go acknowledge each other. But growing up in the neighborhood, and it's like I don't know dude like that.
Yeah.
You just kind of stare at him.
Yeah. That happened to you recently in the club in Chicago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very, to me, I think this is beautiful that one or two of the machoest guys you see in Hollywood are showing affection. Because this is what it should be. Like, I think we all feel like this, man. Like, to hug my brothers, to hug my friends. Like, one thing I get Gerard Carmichael, he kicked that off in our friendship, our friend group of like saying we love each other. Or giving each other hugs, like full-blown hugs. Not no like shake hand hug, like a hug.
But him being open the way he is, that's
But
different.
he wasn't openly gay then.
But that was his way. Not saying he's only gay, but that he already tapped into his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Give me somebody who's not like.
Well, but
Like you saying, D-Ray.
yeah.
No, I'm saying because he's tapped in, he knows who he is. He's sure.
He
Like some guys,
he didn't at that time though.
Oh, really?
When he just came out. I'm talking about like 8-9 years ago.
but that doesn't mean that he did. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's the reason. But
Where he comes from, if you know this man's story, he don't come from that. His dad is as old school as they get. You know what I'm saying? Don't care like he, he's changed the narrative in his own family and his friendships. And think about that. He couldn't even come out. He was able to hug us and still wasn't comfortable telling us who he really was yet.
right.
That's even more crazier. That's even crazier. Just because doing this sexualizing it. So I'm just like, I'm at this point now, that's one thing I love about Judah, man. Judah, we've been having some deep conversations lately, and he's so smart. First of all, he just got put in advanced science.
Okay.
AP science. Judah's
Wow.
killing it.
AP science.
But he's so comfortable with who he is. And I'm like, damn, I wonder how long it took me to get like that. Like, you a kid like that. I think I just started feeling like that.
Well, I think times are different. I think you give him the confidence to be himself. Not saying his mom doesn't, but I think that
Everybody does.
Where
I
you
think
are with him.
This generation of parents are a little different. But at the same time, he has friends that has parents that's still in that old school realm of things.
Yeah.
I just love this picture because I just feel like we don't always have to tough it out all the time. It should be a picture that I know everybody gonna think this is weird. I love to be on a cover with like 5 other dudes and we just holding hands. Like literally in a straight line. What's it gonna say? In our coolest shit.
I mean, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it, but
What's the but? See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, what is the purpose of the picture?
I'm glad you said it. Brotherhood.
A brotherhood. There you go.
Brotherhood. Okay, and
we do prayer circles.
fam, we pick and choose what that is.
Mm-hmm.
We pick and choose what that is. Cause I hold this nigga hand, that don't mean I want to fuck him. That's my brother.
Right.
But that's what society says, right?
You imagine if you want to have sex with everybody you held hands with?
But I'm glad you said that, April. But that's what makes it. That's what makes it crazy when, you know. And I hope we change out, like, because you think about what's going on in, I don't know if it's Florida with, like, they don't want like the people who dress in drag to read the kids and just the crazy shit. It's just this shit is just going too fucking far. Like. I've never seen, this country has people just, I don't know why they want to go back to the old shit. I mean, even in Mississippi, they almost thinking about bringing back the Jim Crow laws.
Yeah.
They just changed the name. I said, what the fuck is going on?
Mississippi.
It ain't just Mississippi. It's everywhere.
For real?
Man, I've been watching the 1619 Project. If you haven't seen it on Hulu, please check it out.
April, have you seen it?
No, I read the article though from like the New York Times whenever they were first.
Watch the series. It dives even deeper. It's so fucking good. So fucking good.
Okay.
Ooh, so good. And I just watched a documentary I can't even talk about for real. I think it's called 2 Ways. My friend just did. She sent me a link. She just sent me an early screener of it, and it's so fucking. Oh, I'm just. You know what? That's why I love black women so much. Mm-hmm. They ain't scared of shit. I'm serious. They be like, look, we gonna tell the fucking truth. Mm. And it's literally them leading the way. It's very interesting. From my friend Candace documentary to the woman who did the 1619 Project. They just like, and they're diving in, like, not giving a fuck. That's why they call it controversial, because they're exposing shit, which is the obvious, but they're exposing it. Which, you know, information is key, man. Information is key. And so once again, shout out to them brothers. And so that's why I posted that the Daniel Kaluuya thing, me and him hugging at the Oscars. I was like randomly looking at something. I'm like, I'm going to post this. Black man hugging. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and back to when I was talking about Gerard, I also, with D-Ray, like D-Ray admitted that he had, like, not, you know, he's found a new him, right? Within that, he tapped in, so now was he sending I love you before then? It's a new.
No, well, it ain't just new, fam. It's literally you being comfortable with, I think, two things. When you do realize people die every day,
man,
that you love, and you never told, especially one of your homeboys, you never told me you love that dude. Mm-hmm. One thing about losing my friend Kevin Barnett, at least I know I told him I love him. And that's because Gerard kicked that off. Mm. Well, all of us making sure we tell each other we love each other. Even when one of us didn't want to do that shit. I mean, at first I used to be like, oh, all right, Gerard. No, man, I love you.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I love you too, man. Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
And so just to have that within your, and I'm happy that I've had it within my friendships anyway. And so, like, seeing stuff like this, to me, it's not new, but it's like, why is everybody in an uproar? Them brothers can't show affection for each other. This is my brother. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I guess they hadn't seen the movie.
Do you think that two white guys can do
that? 100%. It's been done. Everything's been done that we talk shit. Because the problem is us pointing the finger at ourselves. Like, you think about, like, you know, when Dave Chappelle decided to say, like, oh, if you wear a dress or a wig, I mean, da-da-da-da. But I'm like, nigga, that's been happening. But white people don't demasculate their men when they do it. Mm-hmm. They be like, oh, that's just a character. We do that to each other.
Why is that?
I don't know. I really want to figure this out now because I'm like, why is it?
Now that I think about it, maybe they think that we're doing that to be accepted by the other side, right? To get into Hollywood and the fame.
And it's not true. It's really just like, I'm surprised we don't hug each other more. Shit. Like, all this stuff that's happening to each, especially to black men and women, everybody should be hugging each other. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
Well, you know, I think the closest to the hug is the handshake, and then you come around with the junk. That's the man hug, right?
No, but let me tell you something. With my friends, if you going through something, or I'm gonna hug you. Or if I'm happy for you, I'm gonna hug you.
But since when, Rel? Were you always like this?
No, nigga.
Okay.
I wasn't.
So how
Because
long?
I was told not to be like that. So I don't want to be like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid. I think it's, man, you know, you think about when you go to a funeral, and it's so crazy when you think about it. Like, you might, if you feel a certain way or you feel something will be gay, you're just gonna dap this nigga that lost his mama.
Oh no,
I've seen it.
man.
Or one of those handshakes where you go like this, like, that nigga need a hug.
Yeah, I can't see that at a funeral, but I see you've seen it.
Damn, because you probably never paid attention.
Nah, I probably never had. That's tough. A funeral, your mama, any
or
funeral,
anybody.
any funeral.
I'm just saying you ain't never paid attention to.
Nope, I ain't never paid attention to that.
Can you hug somebody outside your loved one?
I probably ain't really hugged too many guys or just running around hugging people.
I remember, when I did, Charlie Mack used to do, and Will Smith used to do like this thing in Philly where like they'll bring celebrities to Philly to speak to young people, do some fundraising things and things like that. And I remember one of the events we went to, it's not like a detention center, but like, you know, at Trouble Youth, they all stayed in this place.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking to them, all telling our stories. And I remember Terry Crews did something really powerful there, actually. And you could tell the little dudes was trying to be tough, whatever. And he was talking to them. He's like, why y'all sitting so tensed up? Can I tell you something? I love you. And I remember the boy, like the little young boy was trying to reject that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept saying it to her, hey, I love you. You ain't never heard a man say they love you? I love you. And if you saw the tears streaming from those young men's eyes, it was like, oh shit, they never heard a male in their life tell them and he just went so sincere. He kept saying it to them. And I'm just like, damn. Like, are we that far fucking removed?
Yeah, I believe we are actually. Now that I really think about it, ain't nobody really. This one older guy I talk to all the time. He say, man, love you, man. I'll be like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying like love you too, or I be like, sometimes I'm like love, you know, just in there hang up. But it's like he's tapped in, you know what I'm saying, to himself. He knows who he is.
Me and my kids say I love you all the time.
We got your kids.
No, but
yeah, you didn't get that.
Let me say that.
Right,
We didn't do that all the time.
Right.
Wow. And so like it has to just start somewhere and then you have to keep it growing. I hope the fact that like we're able to acknowledge each other instead of just always like, yeah, let's just be tough. You know what I'm saying? Because when I hug somebody, I sincerely fuck with them. That's why I posted that with me and Daniel. That's a real moment, man. Like, I think we had, you know, that was the first thing we've kind of been to since everybody was in quarantine, like award show, something. I ain't seen him in a while. And he's up for like I was so happy to see him. Same thing if I see Lakeith. Same thing if I see Nick, all my friends. If I see Tom, like, I'm hugging these guys. If I see Jermaine, I bet me and Jermaine ran to each other at Blue Ribbon one day randomly. Guess what? We giving hugs. Full-blown hugs. It's interesting, like, I don't know, it's starting to irritate me because I think we need it more than ever to embrace and hug each other and just show love. But, you know, once again, you know, I think, look at that, hug release, what is it?
The hug releases oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, all chemicals that help to lower anxiety, stress, and blood pressure, which we know niggas got high blood pressure. They also improve sleep, which is our #1 recovery tool.
We need hugs out here, man.
Well, that's what's interesting about the one hand hug. Mm-hmm. It still blocks the heart. Almost like you don't want another motherfucker to, like, because you can. I remember one of my homeboys, one of the toughest niggas I know. And he was going through some shit. He was still trying to be tough. And I get this nigga a hug and told him I love him. This nigga, Danny broke down and he a big nigga. Danny knocked me to the ground. But I understood he needed a hug.
Needed to hear it, needed to feel it.
Yeah. They're good for your health. I mean, that's why, like, like babies, you're not supposed to like. They'll have like mental development issues, like if they don't get like touched, Like they need that human contact.
I mean, I get it. COVID happened. Everybody's like, "Hey, don't fucking touch me." But I don't know, man. Hug each other, y'all. And something too. It's interesting. Like in our black community, we got to figure out what that is when it comes to masculinity. And I feel like, because I've seen a lot of women criticize it too, like, oh, look at these, what is he? And it's been a lot of that. And it's like,
What you mean?
nigga, like, so what do you want? Do you want this nigga to be more, like, open with his feelings?
A lot of straight women perpetuate this whole, like, toxic masculinity thing. Because they, I think a lot of men, honestly, this is just my opinion, I think a lot of men would probably even relax more with being open with their male friends if women didn't criticize them as much about it or try and say what was gay. Because, like, I think a lot of times men operate from the stance of wanting, you want women, you want to date women, you want these, you want these women as your partner, you want to get approval from them in some sense, right? But if women are telling you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, that's unattractive, you're not gonna do it.
I think you're right, because like when women see guys talking too much, they be like, y'all talk like aunties. Or like the popular thing now online is the woman wants to be her man's best friend. Like, I get it, that's cool, but I think they want to be too much of a best friend.
That ain't the same thing though, man.
Hey, you don't know what everybody's thinking.
Well, what April's saying, and this is the truth, and I've seen it a lot too online, it pisses me off, where it's like, cool, you want this brother to be open to you. You want that. But if he's, like, for instance, right, I say this all the time, Danella sees me. So even at my most sensitive shit, she's seen both sides of it. She's seen me be really like, take control, whatever that guy is, and also being fucking hurt and like, and I've dated women before that couldn't handle the weak side of me. And sometimes, like, you see guys like, if they, like, say for a guy lost his job, and he's just torn about it, and his girl see him kind of torn, they be like, the first thing like, come on, you got to get up. Like, no, whatever. It's just that. And it's like, that's true, but give that man a moment.
Right. I don't need that right now. What I'm saying?
And like she said, it's the pressure to that. It don't have nothing to do with our interaction, because to be honest with you, we don't interact well because we are afraid of what women going to think about us. If I show sensitivity, too much sensitivity, because I think men do want to start like really, I did a panel recently with Joey Badass, me, Kendrick. It comes out soon. And it was such a real conversation. And we ain't never all sat down before. And so, but just to have that honest conversation, you realize like, dang, we ain't never feel like we had spaces for this. To the point, I was like, yo, y'all want to do this once a week or something somewhere? Go to brunch and just talk our shit out? And we talk about relationships, everything. You know what I'm saying? But so it's a very interesting time we in, man. People just like, we got that going on. We got the whole, like, I'm tired of people picking on Beyonce. It's fucking irritating me.
Picking on Beyonce, I haven't seen that at all.
All these, my religion is so like ridiculous to me. And I'm a dude, I love God. I read the Bible. But the way other people use it to judge motherfuckers is weird. You telling people they can't go see a Beyonce concert because of what? You talking about the lady I've seen do more praying and stuff more than any of you motherfuckers. It was some random ass pastor, preacher lady, who just got engaged. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you haven't seen
No.
Wayne, you don't know what be going
I
on.
don't be online like that, man. I be in my work, man.
When a witch has a coven, it's normally a small thing. Witches' covens are normally 3 to 7 people. When it becomes thousands, it's called a hive. Y'all are part
Hey,
of
yo,
that
I
thing.
want to know how she knows the difference.
And you call yourself
Who
a
sold her?
Christian?
It's 3 to 7 people in the
Make
coven.
the dealings
Who
of
came
God
up with
come
that?
upon you.
Hey,
You think
man,
this is small stuff.
Dude,
You
That lady knows she know.
it is, and this is somebody call she's a prophet, right? She has a gift of prophecy.
You think you're not going to Costco?
It's tough for me to watch this stuff because it's so many things I do believe in. But then I can always see who all doing that shit wrong. If you are a vessel of God to preach whole sermons about another person doesn't make fucking sense to me. With all the shit going on in the world, all the shit. Breonna Taylor's killers are still walking around. All this shit you could talk about. That's what it is?
Yeah, because you could turn this around and say she just said somebody else looking for
The
clout.
first thing Beyonce said when
this
she
could
got her
be-
Grammy, and you can feel it. God, thank you for protecting me. And I felt that when she said it because she's attacked constantly. I just think this is ridiculous. Christians. That's why so many broke ass Christians.
Real. What are you saying?
Yeah, you know why? Because their faith is fucking distorted. It is. I'm a nigga that love God, and my faith is what it is. Everything I've gotten because of my faith. I know that. But all these other niggas, they judgmental and full of shit.
Broke Christians, real?
Yes.
Real. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, April, please.
No,
She's trying to say something.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is the truth. And I know it sounds wrong. I don't give a fuck. I ain't no pastor. It's a reason. I'm saying everybody who has this faith, it's half-ass faith. Motherfuckers have half-ass faith.
Can you please define broke for me?
Jeez. You talking about money-wise. We're not talking about,
nigga.
we're talking about the rich soul.
No. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about your soul. I'm talking about everything. You can be a broke-ass Christian. You know what I'm saying? Giving everything you got to this one motherfucker saying shit. And it's nothing prosper for you. That's because of your intention. And your faith really ain't what it is. You can have all the information. You can know the Bible left and right. But if your heart ain't fucking right and your intention ain't right, you'll never reap the benefits of that shit. Promise you won't.
I'm glad you broke that down. That makes sense.
No, I know it does.
Yeah. Do nothing without intention.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
if you out here just talking shit and judging people, that's the scary part about the church. That's what ran people away from the church, actually, is the judgmental part of it. At least in the 60s and 70s, man, the community of the church then was totally fucking different. That's why the church would participate in political things and they could do marches together because they was everybody saw each other the same way. Once the church started making all this fucking money, see, Dr. King and it was broke. So everything they did was just really trying to help us. And I'm talking about, you know what's interesting? When I say, let me clear this up. We in 2023. Based off all the sacrifices from the people that came before us, we should be doing way better than we are, based off our faith. Based off our faith.
Yeah.
But if you got the same mind, like, fam, you supposed to upgrade your family.
Yeah.
I kept it too real, but that's fucking real.
But that's what you're supposed to do. And, I mean, some people may hear this and they may
Beyonce
need this.
Leave that lady alone. She ain't did nothing but do right by people.
Yeah, she was talking about chasing clout, even mentioning Beyonce, but it was only 2 minutes, so it's not like I'm going to say she did a whole sermon on it.
No.
Oh.
That was just a clip.
Oh, it was longer? She thought about Beyonce a long time?
You see she taking pauses, nigga. That's a whole sermon.
Yeah, she did go in for a while, I think.
Oh, yeah, you shouldn't do that for that long. You know, hit her.
And talking about clout, you the one mentioning Beyonce at a church in a sermon, nigga.
Yeah, like there was,
That means you don't even read your Bible for real. They let you out here preaching. You don't even know the other people in the Bible. Look, well, what Moses do? I don't know, but Beyonce.
yeah, but there was a part where she definitely was like, y'all going to that concert is an initiation into the
Oh, okay.
witchcraft, yeah.
If that was the case, then niggas would be all fucked up. She should be fucked up. She said she used to go to Beyonce concerts.
Oh wow.
People found a tweet where she was like, "Oh, I'm about to go to Mrs. Carter World Tour or something."
Mm.
Yeah. Had a great time. And nothing happened to her.
She saw the witchcraft in there, I guess, and this changed her mind. I don't know.
I think that is so off, man. Even though Beyonce does these great prayers before all her shows, anybody's ever worked, like, it's almost shocking. Like, we just watching people just make up shit.
I like how if you can say anything with like enough passion and confidence, people will believe you.
Especially when you're in a church, you be like, yeah, and then Beyonce said. Oh, okay, I ain't got to say nothing. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to start cursing in the church. Man, I'm going to heckle them pastors. I'm going to go to one of their churches.
Oh my God.
They go like, Beyonce, man, shut your goofy ass up. They gonna throw me out.
Yeah, real. You can't do that.
I can do it. If they gonna talk about, they just up there saying shit. I can't heckle an asshole pastor.
An asshole pastor?
These new pastors
These
nowadays,
combo of words, real.
they are fucking jerks. We seeing it happen. We seeing all this shit come out about all these dudes over cheating on their wives, fucking stealing shit. We got the nigga that got robbed. Like, nigga, it all exists.
That's because the internet, man. Internet.
No, because they're being exposed.
Nobody's perfect.
Wayne, I don't know what you defending, to be honest with you.
Because nobody's perfect. We gotta
I
start
ain't talking about
judging
somebody
people.
being fucking perfect. Don't be up there talking shit like you perfect. That's the problem.
That's the same thing you said about Cosby, but I don't think he.
Cosby ain't no fucking pastor.
I'm saying because he was talking like he was perfect, and then when his stuff got exposed, you was like, "See, that's what happened when you go up there talking like you're perfect."
Yeah. But he's not a pastor.
Okay, I'm speaking.
That's totally different
switched
things
it up.
to me.
I switched it up.
When you're supposedly saying I'm a vessel from God, and I'm supposed to speak to the people, and you just talking about all this type of loose shit, get the fuck out of here.
But that's the old way of thinking, man. New age pastors.
Wayne,
They might not
this
be.
is one of these times where I be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Because,
You
man,
don't make any
you
fucking
can't
sense.
say that about people being perfect. You can't,
I just say
pastors.
I never said perfect. Stop lying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't say be perfect. Stop lying.
Yeah. All right.
They're lying, actually.
You know what? Change the subject real quick. Michael Jackson was incredible, right?
Well,
The
how much
Super
time we got
Bowl
left?
performance.
How much time we
The
got
Super
left?
Bowl performance he had. I see what
Hey, bro, how
happened.
much time we got? Where we at?
You talked about him being
Where we at
not
time-wise?
the pro-black. What he was trying to do was bring the world together.
Where we at
They
time-wise?
made kids white, black, brown.
How much time is it?
They put the kids
Oh,
around
you said 50 minutes,
in a
45?
Super Bowl.
That's it?
Yeah, so we still going. So back to Michael Jackson and how they made the kids go around the Super Bowl. They
man,
created
Wayne.
the colors, the kids different colors. It was beautiful.
Wayne,
so
we
he
not,
was
we
there.
not going to distract.
So-
No, we not doing that.
So black or white, he went when he say
You
change
like
his color.
You know what's funny about you, Wayne?
Huh?
You are literally like an old, like, I don't, you young, but then you got the old school
I got
spirit.
old soul, man.
Like the 90s nigga soul, though.
Yeah,
That ain't a good thing, nigga.
but I'm saying, when you shit, you talking about you was in the 60s and 70s? That's a soul you got.
Cool, okay.
Okay, so what?
I'm saying 90s niggas, that's like the first ignorant ass baby daddies and shit and all type of shit going on
What?
in the 90s. Them 90s niggas kicked off all the bullshit.
But we had the best TV shows. Look, man. But no, Michael Jackson was there to bring the world together. That's what it was about.
I'm not
so
going to be talking about that
that's
shit.
what I'm just letting you know.
The
That's
fuck you
what that
talking
was the
about?
difference. That was a different time. He made us feel more powerful now, so that's why we can go and do the pro-black stuff now. So he had to bring everybody
What
together
the fuck
to
are you
make the
talking
world a
about?
better place.
What?
A better place for us start healing. He healed the world.
Sometimes, man, I can only imagine you as an old person.
Martin Luther King,
You gonna be saying
Michael
all types
Jackson.
of shit. They like, what the fuck is Granddaddy talking about?
He took Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson took Martin Luther King's.
What?
And kept it going. Yeah, because he healed the world. He brought them together.
Whoever listens to this part of the podcast, you just dumb down everybody.
I just watched the Super Bowl performance. Go
10
watch it
years.
again, man. I know y'all
What they
forgot.
got to do with anything?
I'm reminding people that he was healing the world because it was an episode we talked about. He said Michael Jackson was trying to be a white man and he was just
I
trying
did not
to show.
say it exactly like that. That's
Hey,
not what I said.
Well, they'll
actually.
see it.
They'll see it, but I didn't say that. I was just saying like he looked like one. I ain't saying he was trying to be one. This shit was weird, and everybody act like it didn't happen.
And I sent you the vitiligo picture, and you said, "Get out of here." Did I not, April? I sent a picture.
You did.
Thank you.
You did.
So okay, let's okay. You sent that fucking Villalago picture.
Yes,
Fine.
yes.
Shibbity dubbo. I'd have loved to see Villalago and Michael Jackson. He would have made it better for people with Villalago.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Think about it. He had two ways to do this. He could have browned himself up. He chose to do it the other way. It was two different colors on it. It was brown and white. Which one he picked?
He picked the other one.
Okay.
Because he said it didn't matter if you black or white. He had already done the other side.
And we keep talking about this Villalago. Why did it get so crazy? Because look at the first new mic. The first new mic was bad.
New mic. Oh, man.
Go to the first new mic.
All right, you're right. It is. Look at these pictures. Goodness gracious.
Shit. It gets crazy. There we go. Look at that. That's a perfect way to look at it.
You know what's like interesting to me? Like as a kid that was born in '90, like in the middle of all this transformation, I remember seeing the Thriller videos, but I also remember seeing like Black and White Mike, and like I knew that it was all Michael Jackson, and for some reason, like my mom never explained it to me, and I don't think I ever questioned.
Nobody said shit in the black community about it.
That's what Rel
We
said.
act like this shit wasn't happening. I could not have been a comedian at this time. 'Cause I'd have got
Oh,
fucking.
man.
They'd have blackballed me.
Yeah, you'd have been out of
That's
there.
why ain't nobody gonna say shit.
I don't know, just like, oh, Mike got a new face, he's getting light skin. I don't know, he's getting lighter and lighter. Never questioned it as a kid.
Even when he got rid of his afro, right? Okay, cool. Everybody's doing the Jerry curl.
See?
But his curl got a little silkier.
A little silk.
I mean, his hair got burnt. And maybe that's why I got silkier.
That's what I'm saying. There we go.
But nigga, look at this shit.
And
It is. But that's how much of an. This is why he one of the greatest entertainers of all time.
there you go. Let's hear that.
No way in hell you can start out like that. Then turn it to that, and then everybody be like, hey, fuck it. It is what it is. You got a Villalago. Niggas couldn't even pronounce the shit. Yeah.
Hey, everyday Lago.
Yeah, man. You got, man, come on, man. You said about Michael got the Villagos, man. Cause you know Terrence had. Did you have Villagos? Nigga, that's two colors that live on 6th Street.
Everyday Lagos.
You got the Villagos, man. The Boogos, the V's. He got the V's, man.
But he also had all of those catalogs, so he was showing us what we could do together and be great.
We also got to remember this. Michael's probably one of the first plastic surgery people for real.
I was talking about his business. You talking about plastic surgery?
No, let's be real.
Okay.
Which means he might have been addicted to it. Because he didn't have to keep doing, like, what they got to do with your nose? What they got to do with it? Like, you got all this shit that ain't all Villalago, my nigga.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah, could have been addicted to it.
You had enough money if you wanted to be a bronze nigga, you could have.
Yeah.
He picked light. And he kept going light. He got paler and paler.
Yeah, that fourth picture, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, he did leave here very pale. But I also think he also was around in a time period where being like a chocolate person, I don't want to say chocolate, like, it's not flavor. But, being a brown skin or dark skinned person wasn't necessarily.
But Mike was revered, though. See, that's what makes it interesting. And his 3 beginning Michael Jacksons, ladies was going fucking crazy. Little boy Michael Jackson, teenage Afro Michael Jackson, and then he became that Beat It Michael Jackson. Niggas was trying to look like that.
Yeah.
You had to have whoever wanted to look like Beat It Michael Jackson when he decided to be the other Michael Jackson. Like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I committed to Beat It Michael Jackson. I can afford to be this other nigga. I ain't got that money for this light.
Yeah, but he was trying to find himself, man, through his whole life. He was a child star, man. You got to give child stars grace, for sure. You just never know.
It's just the most fascinating thing in the world to me of us not acting like he didn't do none of that shit.
Hey, man, he grew up in front of you, man. Literally, look at it. Different stages, being the biggest star in the world. That's a lot of pressure, man.
But that's what makes me mad about this. You think, once again, this pastor going in on Beyonce. Beyonce has stayed a black woman. She done rocked all her different sizes. And she been who she is. Y'all ain't gonna say shit about this nigga?
Hey.
Even some of his fucking songs? Shit.
Here you go.
Remember the, like, I mean, look. Remember the time, like, it's some of these, it's random shit. The Thriller's not a, wait a minute. So everybody think Thriller was a gospel song? Why the fuck ain't nobody talking about how evil this nigga is? He had Vincent Price about it. And then the devil did the night. Nigga, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. That's all I'm saying. That is all. Leave Beyonce alone if you ain't gonna talk about everybody. If you ain't gonna talk about everybody, I'll leave it at that. If you're not gonna fucking talk about everybody,
Everybody gets that turn. Michael
no,
Jackson.
not just they turn. They all made music that said certain things.
I think everybody, I mean, not everybody, but
Nigga, kind of yes. If you think about it.
I mean, most people lyrics get dissected. Maybe not by the lady or the preacher lady, but at least on Twitter or something like
No,
online.
people be picking on Beyonce.
I don't see that until right now. I don't see Beyonce getting picked on.
What?
Nope. I don't follow it. I don't know.
Man, I don't know, man.
Her getting picked on. Okay, Illuminati stuff. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, what?
There was like a whole thing with the Grammys this year. Like they had interviewed people from the Academy, like voters, and it was like several people in there that were just like, "We're not voting for her because
She's too popular." I did hear that. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
I mean,
But that's
it goes beyond
that's
that, but it's just like.
but
it's
that's
real
ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
all that shit. They've never. And you know what's makes it even worse is it literally goes back to this fucking weird fear of black women being in charge. Like, cause they didn't mind these niggas doing that shit. That's all I'm saying, man. It's so fucking weird ass shit
Yeah.
going on.
Well, her breaking the record, she could have gotten an album of the year. That would have been great. That would have made sense.
Because she should have had it. They gave it to what the fuck they give it to?
Who going album? Harry Styles. Yeah.
And he had the nerve to say, guys, people like me don't usually win. What the fuck you talking about?
Who was people like him? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? In bell bottles, nigga? I don't know what the fuck. Well, and that's another. Ooh, that brings me back to that picture. This brother up there, he got on bell bottoms, then a heel. Ain't nobody said shit. Ain't no uproars about it. Ain't no thing about it. He even said that dumb shit.
Yeah, he likes to cosplay as gay, I think.
Did they pick on Prince when he was wearing what he was wearing? Or because he was an artist, they didn't?
Which that's another thing that I thought about, right? Like, I think when you look at somebody like a Jonathan Majors, who's, very masculine looking,
Yep.
versus somebody like
Prince, who's just a tiny little man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
does that make a difference in like?
I think it does, actually.
Harry Styles.
Because it's interesting. Like Prince really got away with like a lot of stuff that
And we all knew that dude loved the ladies. Prince would walk around with some of the baddest
That
women
picture
you've ever
right there.
seen.
That picture's funny.
the ass chaps. When you think about the ass chaps, who could do that now?
So who's like a masculine person? I mean, Terry Crews used to have some interesting pictures.
What?
I think. I don't know.
What are you talking about, Wayne?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a masculine person that we knew. He just talked about him. The Ving Rhames. Like, I don't know.
Can you
Even that-
imagine Ving Rhames and some ass chaps?
Well, Ving Rhames playing Holiday Heart.
Oh yeah.
See, I be making sense, y'all. Dang.
You don't even know what you just said, my nigga.
Ving Rhames.
You said a name. You don't know what your point was. You have no
Holiday
idea.
Heart. When he was the lady.
He wasn't a lady, nigga.
I mean, a man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture.
He dressed. You never seen Holiday Heart? Probably
yeah, I
not.
seen it. It was on BT.
You ain't never seen it.
It's on BT. I seen it.
What's it about?
Holiday Hearts. That time he was on holiday. He was having heart. Doing things on holiday. Giving people stuff at the door.
We
With a
gotta
green
start
suit
hanging
on.
out again, man. You didn't dumb the fuck down. I don't know who you been around.
He got the hair.
God damn,
and,
man. Hanging out with the
yeah.
fucking athletes.
Man, shoot. Man, it's been a long time. I don't remember this movie, man.
I don't know how you can't remember this movie because Alfred would have played the fuck out of that role.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
This is actually a very underrated film, actually. It's really good. I bet you it was Holiday Heart with Arnold Schwarzenegger and fucking Sally Field. They got an Oscar.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Wow.
Ving Rhames killed this shit. Like, for real. Like it was like a cool balance of like, cause like when he get angry, like he like motherfucker, like show you that side of it and then go back to like, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, you know, and it's like funny to think of the juxtaposition between a role like that and then like how he was like in Baby Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He can do it all, man.
He really can.
Mm.
Well, and he should be able to.
Mm.
You know, like even Wesley Snipes, Tuwong Fu with Love, right? All those guys did that shit. They played the drag queens. It was a fucking. Let people play what they want to play. Nobody's making these niggas do this shit. And I think that's what people be fucking up at. Like, yeah, they making them do it. Nigga, not for you think this nigga did that shit so it could be on BET forever? No, it's not lucrative shit.
Well, that's good. We actually started the episode talking masculinity. We ended it the same way, saying that Ving Rhames was awesome got to play both sides in this amazing movie, Holiday Heart. And, man.
We not closing with that, man.
That's what it's about,
That's
man.
one of the, fam.
That's
I'm
what it's
glad-
about right there.
I don't know what's going on.
Masculinity in males and black males.
Well, it's that, but also, you know, hey, brothers, it's okay to hug. It's okay to show each other affection, man. It's okay. Sometimes we need that shit.
Yeah. It takes off the pressures of the world, for sure.
Man, do not say anything after I say
The
something.
pressures of the world.
Because you keep fucking it up. I'm trying to close it out.
The oxytocins that are released through hugs and love. Show each other love, brothers. It's all good.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Keeping It Real with
Young Wayne,
God damn.
the great. That was a great ending. Oxytocin. See, you ain't even know that word.
Wayne, you okay, man?
No, cold as shit. My hands are freezing.
Real, keeping it real.
That was a Headgum podcast.